What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a video for you all that I think a lot of you will like, because I know that this hobby, car camping, off-roading, overlanding, especially in the Tacoma space, it's no secret that it's an expensive hobby by all accounts. But I think from some of the bits and pieces that I've said in some of my other videos, hey, like I try to make the build as cost effective as possible. Obviously on a lot of different modifications, that's not necessarily going to be the case, but there's a lot of things on my truck that are either knockoffs or just products I got on Amazon. You can buy them full retail price from some of the larger, I guess, manufacturers out there. But yeah, today I just want to show you all everything on my truck that is purchased on Amazon, can be purchased on Amazon. I'm going to really try to stick to the kind of Amazon exclusives. There's obviously, you can buy a multitude of products from Amazon at any point in time, but I'm going to try to stick to what I think is going to be, hey, this is a part that's kind of cool, kind of neat, buy it on Amazon. And so the idea is I'm going to show you down here below the cost on Amazon versus the cost from the manufacturer. And then you guys can ultimately make your decision on what you want to purchase and if it's helpful. So let's get right into the video. All right, so let's start up here at the front, as I do in a lot of my videos. So to start out, let's start out down low with something that is, I get a lot of questions about this. This is a faux TRD, faux meaning knockoff or fake in French, for those of you who are curious. It's a knockoff TRD skid plate. I mentioned it in one of my more in-depth kind of walk around videos. It's still 1/4 inch aluminum, and this cost me about $150 out the door versus paying the premium for, you know, maybe a CBI skid plate or RCI. Those are all awesome brands. I would love to kind of have a skid plate like that on the Tacoma, but for me this just made sense. And I think if you go to the dealership and opt for the like embossed, you know, where it says TRD down there, you're going to be paying upwards of $500. And again, if you want to pay for the real TRD skid plate, that's totally cool, awesome. But I actually looked for this one on Amazon and other places before I bought it because I didn't want the lettering down there. I didn't want big TRD logo on the skid plate. So I'll try to drop a link for all these items down below. I think they're still running this one on Amazon. It's like an individual contributor or, you know, small shop. So yeah, that's the first thing. Next is going to be these D-ring shackles. They are unofficially from Rhino USA. They were running a sale on their Amazon store, but the part that's an Amazon exclusive are the brackets. They're known as the Demon brackets. Those are from an individual shop on Amazon, and those ran me probably close to, I don't know, I think for the pair it might have been 30 bucks. And I think without the Demon brackets there, you wouldn't be able to necessarily run recovery points like this on the front of the Tacoma. You would have to get an aftermarket bumper here. So for what I wanted looks wise and recovery point wise, using the, let's see if I zoom in here, the factory recovery point there. And there was another one on this side that I had to end up removing. These add a lot of functionality to your rig in terms of recovery points. I think obviously, since you have to buy those Demon brackets off Amazon, if you actually wanted to run those on there full time without those Demon brackets, you'd be paying a higher premium because really the only solution is going to be an aftermarket bumper. And if this is a first time watching any kind of video like this, most of us are familiar. Aftermarket bumpers, excuse me, are not cheap. So that's kind of what I'm using in the interim. At some point we'll get an aftermarket bumper. Anyway, on to the next one. Talking badging. So these are all, and I've never talked about these before, but these are Amazon embossed lettering. So they cover the chrome on these Tacomas, and these are kind of little plastic inserts. You can buy them full price off of like Tacoma Lifestyle or Tacoma Beast, any website like this, or like that rather. But I was able to find them on Amazon for, I think for the set, it might have been like $50. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to drop the actual prices down below once I upload this, but that should never be in a video. I'm sorry. But yeah, totally adds a good clean look. If you get it from the dealership as well, you're going to be paying, for a package that's upwards of $100, $200 just for the blacked out package. So getting these on Amazon is definitely something that'll change the look up a lot. Like I mentioned, I have this Rhino shackle here in the back with just a regular insert there, also found on Amazon. I'll do a direct comparison again, as I mentioned, comparing price for that. Another thing I kind of forgot here, and like I said, I'm trying to find things that I've noticed you can find on Amazon, not necessarily from a manufacturer or a small shop, but this little emblem here, you can easily find that on Etsy, Amazon. Those usually run you under $10 if you get it from a site like that. If you want it from one of the larger guys, Tacoma Lifestyle, Running for Tacos, Tacoma Beast, those usually run you, close to $30, $40, $50 at times. For such a small little thing, I think it adds a good look to the front of the truck. But again, something that if you want it, there's definitely an easier way to get it than just going with, what's something to add to your cart for $50 to get free shipping. So I guess we would call that the Grille garnish. Super minor here, but I wanted to include it because it's something I got on Amazon. A lot of times you'll see people driving around with either dealership plates or just not running a plate. A plate frame. I always wanted to run a plate frame, so I just picked up a set of these plate frames on Amazon for probably $16 to $20. A really good upgrade when you're comparing it to, maybe like the Tactilian license plate frames, which I happen to now have one on the back because a good friend of mine gave one to me as a gift. But it's what we run in the RAV4. It's what I have on here. Covers the holes. That was a huge thing for me. And yeah, it comes with these little black grommets if that's something you're curious about and interested in doing, and when you're talking about paying attention to detail, it can be yours on Amazon under $20. Something I'll also note about the plate frame, although I said I do have this rubberized American flag Tactilian license plate frame. Obviously this is far superior in many ways, but this license plate frame, if I were to have bought it, would have run me close to $50 just for one, when comparing that to a set of two for under $20. And also, I really wish they covered these bottom holes. And the way the Tacoma is set up, if I zoom in here, these actually don't go anywhere. So it's not like I can just drill into that and add the, black little plugs there. So yeah, you can make the decision on which one you want to get. All right, moving on inside the truck. Just kind of gonna look around and see what I can find, but obviously, and I've mentioned this in many, many videos, this is probably my sixth car dog net here. And this thing, compared to some of the other ones on the market, some of the ones you'll see on Instagram ads, this one is like, I think for one, it's $25 plus shipping. And yes, granted, they're not designed for longevity, but they work really well. If you get tired of one, you can just replace it with another one. Your dog may, our dog's thrown up in here. He's, eating food back here, long trails, long trips. It gets really dirty. So having something that you can just easily um, replace from Amazon with Prime the next day is super nice. All right, stepping on up into the passenger seat here, a place I'd never really find myself. We're gonna check out the inside and give you a rundown of what's going on in here in terms of Amazon accessories. I will say that I think in terms of what you can find small accessory wise, obviously from the few things I've already called out, there are quite a few things you can find. You just really have to look for something in particular. You could find tons of them just browsing around. But I definitely think, honest assessment, interior modifications is where Amazon kind of shines in the Tacoma world. So yeah, I'm just kind of looking around, seeing what I can find. I can already think of something outside that I'll have to show you guys after. That was also from Amazon. It oftentimes goes overlooked. So let's dig into here, and then I will wrap things up outside of the truck and tell you guys my kind of closing thoughts. So this one, it might not even look like anything on the camera, but this is usually empty. Like, it's the Tacoma like logo, I guess, they're basically just chiseled out. And what I did is I found a website that has these kind of like the tailgate, these little stickers that are in there. And I think I chose piano black. You can choose literally any color that you want. But because there's piano black here that I'm not changing, down here, I know it's all scratched up, but I'm not changing the shifter configurator. There's a bunch of other little things in here that are also piano black, but I thought it added a good accent. So I think you can get this for under $10 on Amazon. I think, again, if you get this from Tacoma Lifestyle, Run for Tacos, whatever one of those websites has it, you're probably going to pay closer to $20, maybe even more. But yeah, I think if you're trying to do just something easy, get the mod bug, kind of get the gears turning, definitely a cool little one. While we're on the topic here, and I'll open the glove box, this is the organizer. So this panel here, kind of like a T almost, is an Amazon exclusive product. It probably runs you less than $10 and gives you the ability to keep everything organized. Whereas if you could tell, if I took it out, it would just be this open, kind of classic glove box. Whereas this gives you a place for your owner's manual. I have a little leveler there. Down below I can't even tell what's down there. I think I have some colder weather gloves, emergency water bottle, microfiber, and then I have a charger for my radios, extra pair of prescription glasses, and then right here is usually where I keep my sunglasses holder. I'll come out and say it right now. I think that organizer, along with the organizer I'll show you in just a moment, should be next to like TRD Pro knockoff Grille. I think you can find that on Amazon. I don't know, but it's not like an exclusive. These two organizers are by far the best bang for the buck because you're paying less than $10 for something that actually does a lot for you. I put together a video a while ago. It said it was something along the lines of like everything in my Toyota Tacoma, and those were in it, and you are obviously able to see everything that I keep in my glove box, my center console. So I'm going to show you what's under the center console right now. I'm not going to take everything out, but just to show you another piece of kind of organizational equipment. I don't even know if that's the right word. That goes a long way. So if I open this up here, I got some quicksand Tacoma patches here, just in case. If you still want one of those, let me know in the comments down below. Get you one sent out. I got a bunch at home as well. but you can see that this center console, before this kind of 6 container divider, it was just a big gaping hole. And so now I have space for buffs below the quicksand taco. Let me see if I can get them here, the patches. This is just kind of cabling, keys for accessories outside. I got an extra multi-tool in there. And so it kind of keeps it really organized. I got one of my walkies here. The other one is in this corner. Got headlamps here. I think I have more headlamps down here. I'm a little disoriented because I'm sitting on this side where I'm used to sitting on the other side, but I got like my wheel lock. This is a wrench for the bump stops. I got extra cutlery in there for camp that's just easy to get to. And, you know, just overall got a little Olight hand sanitizer that's 4 years old from COVID. Probably get a new one of those. But yeah, you can see that this little organizer, and again, this one was also probably less than $10 on Amazon. It's 3 pieces of plastic, one runs across and the other 2 just kind of slot in there. And it's awesome. I think that Toyota should have done this from the very beginning. And in this specific instance, I don't think that there's like a larger manufacturer or company that makes this. So lucky for Amazon, this is something we can only get there. And I think it's definitely worth bang for your buck. Right here we have the visor molly panel. I don't have anything mounted on it right now just because I keep my multi-tool with me more frequently than not. But that's usually where I have that, and then I'll clip walkie-talkies on there when I get on the road. There are bigger companies like some of the ones I've mentioned that will sell this to you, you know, either aluminum billet or plastic like this one. And they can range from, you know, $15 to $30. This one was probably, I don't know, $10 to $15. And it does, I don't think it really matters. I think the one I have is, full disclosure, this was a gift, but this one is made of that kind of ABS plastic. And I think because it's inside the car can get hot on certain summer days. This is kind of the option that I would probably go with. But you can see here, it's just kind of strapped on with some Velcro. So it's pretty straightforward of a product. And again, one that you can probably get for 50% the cost of what you would get it for from one of the larger websites. This isn't really an interior mod, but for the longest time before I had a kind of larger mouth cup holder here, I was always running one of these, and I still run it because it's super nice to have for multiple people in the car. I think this from Amazon, it's just like this tiny little piece of chintzy plastic, but it does its job. It can hold a Nalgene bottle, hydro flask, and this thing will run you, I don't know, $5 to $10, and it fits just inside the regular cup holder, and you're kind of all set for any larger bottle. At the same time, I guess I'll talk about this. This is hilarious. This is my road trip trash can. So I don't like keeping wrappers and stuff just kind of on the floor in the car. We go on longer road trips. So this is just a little trash can. You can get it in multiple colors. And yeah, it's just kind of sits in your cup holder. You can like stuff it to the brim if you need to. But I just keep that in here at all times. Just because, you know, you never know when you're going to have trash or banana peel or something in the car, and you kind of want to close that up, keep the smell out, keep the mess out. So those two are kind of always just sitting in the car at all times, and surprisingly get used more than you'd think. All right, like I said, I have one more thing out here that I wanted to talk about before we kind of wrap up the video. And as I'm going through this, let me know if you guys want me to do like an accessory tool, like gear video about what I've gotten on Amazon as well, because a lot of the things that I saw inside the truck, I'm like, oh, that's from Amazon, that's from Amazon. And so let me know if you guys want to see that, because I'm happy to throw that together. Okay, sorry, got a little sidetracked. So the last thing on this list, and again, this has been overlooked in walk around videos and breakdowns of what I like most on the truck, but it's the AVS or just Amazon branded rain guards. I think a lot of people run these and they would agree that also they probably forget about them until they need to use them. But they are a huge help. Love having them in the rain. Let me show you what those look like real quick. All right, so we're coming along the side here. So these are the AVS low profile in-channel rain guards or deflectors, whatever you want to call them. I think they should come stock on all vehicles. I know a lot of probably vehicles this day and age they do, but they serve a great purpose. Driving around, you want some fresh air, but you don't want to roll the windows all the way down, especially because mine are tinted. I like to keep the incognito effect going. But these will run you, I want to say, $35 to $45. There might be an adjustment from inflation from when I bought them in 2019. But regardless, getting these from the dealership as an option or from another brand, it's going to be a lot higher of a cost, and I'll drop that savings down below as well. All right, you guys, that was it. That was what I bought to build this truck on Amazon to the extent that I did. Like I said at the very beginning, a lot of what I covered, I tried to do Amazon exclusives, little accessories on the outside, accessories on the inside. But the truth is you can buy almost any product on Amazon. Most big brands have partnerships with Amazon, and so they have Amazon shops. You can look up Icon wheels. You can probably buy them on there, shipped straight to your house with Prime, or you can go to a local shop and you're going to be charged a premium as well. But that's not what the focus of this video was. I was really trying to focus on small things that I think that you all, if you're trying to build on a budget, can buy out the gate and will satisfy the mod bug. And I don't know, it's just a process. I think builds are much more worthwhile if you do it slowly, which is what I did over the course of 5 going on 6 years now. And I remember still when I got my center console organizer or my visor molly panel or blacked out the logos on the back, all those were little small purchases that went a long way, made me happy, made me feel good. So I'm hoping that I can kind of instill that kind of mentality for you all when you are building up your Toyota Tacoma. At any rate, stick around for more videos. If this is your first time, consider getting subscribed. Comment down below if you have any questions on anything I covered, anything I obviously missed. Give this video a like, and of course, yeah, just let me know if there's something else that you want to see me review on the truck. And until next time, enjoy the ride.